Ever walked into a hotel and just, felt that everything was perfect? Like the check-in's smooth, the place is spotless, and you just have that confidence about your room.
Yeah, that definitely doesn't happen by chance.
Exactly. It's all down to some really meticulous work behind the scenes. And today, we're doing a deep dive into one of the most vital parts: hotel inspections.
That's right. We're looking at the real details of how hotels keep things running smoothly and maintain quality.
We've got a couple of interesting sources. One's a really comprehensive hotel inspection checklist, gives you a feel for the scope.
And the other looks at a specific platform called eAuditor Audits and Inspections that's pronounced eAuditor. It's designed to, well, make these checks a lot more efficient.
Okay, so our mission here is to really understand what goes into a thorough hotel inspection, those key areas, and then see how a digital tool like this eAuditor can, help hotels nail it.
Sounds good. So why are these inspections just so fundamental? I mean, beyond the obvious.
Well, fundamentally, it's about managing risk, isn't it? And protecting that all-important brand reputation.
Definitely. And that checklist we mentioned really highlights, wow, just how many things can impact a guest's stay, positively or negatively.
Take the front desk, for instance. It's not just, is it clean? A messy desk might signal maybe deeper issues, like slow service or booking mix-ups.
That's a good point. Small visual cues can suggest bigger operational problems. And then you step into the lobby, the public areas.
Yeah, cleanliness is huge, obviously, but also the vibe, the lighting, furniture condition, even the air conditioning.
Right. It's not just about looking nice. It's about guest comfort, that first impression the second they walk through the door.
Totally. And then the guest rooms. The checklist detail there is pretty intense.
Oh, yeah. Cleanliness is the baseline, of course.
Yeah.
But then it's the condition of fixtures. Do the lights work? Does the TV remote have batteries? It all adds up.
And crucially, safety stuff. Smoke detectors, fire escape plans, clearly posted. Those are absolutely non-negotiable items.
Critical. You don't think about an evacuation plan until, heaven forbid, you need one.
True. The checklist also digs into housekeeping services, which is more than just, making the bed.
Linen quality. Are there enough towels? The actual cleaning procedures, laundry. It affects comfort, hygiene.
And hotels need to be listening to guest feedback on all that. Then there's food and beverage areas.
Right. Inspections there, cover service quality, sure. But more importantly, food safety, hygiene. You can't slip up there.
No way. Big consequences. And it's about trust, too. Even like hallways and elevators, cleanliness, maintenance, clear signs. It all contributes to feeling well looked after.
You don't want guests getting lost or feeling like things are run down. It ruins the relaxation vibe.
Definitely. And threading through all of this is safety and security.
Yep. Security systems, cameras, staff training on emergencies, fire safety protocols, first aid availability. It's got to be comprehensive.
It really is a holistic view.
Yeah.
Maintenance and facilities, too. General repairs, pools, gyms. Can't let those slide.
Guests notice pretty quickly if the pool's looking murky or a piece of gym equipment is broken.
And that first and last impression counts too, right? Parking, the outside areas, landscaping, clean walkways.
Yeah, it sets the tone from the moment you arrive. Is it welcoming or a bit neglected?
And finally, something maybe less visible but just as crucial: management and staff communication.
Ah, yes. Training, internal comms, staff development. That's what ensures the whole team is actually delivering on those standards.
It paints a really complete picture. And like the source says, you can adapt this. Luxury hotel standards might differ from a budget place in some ways, but the core things, safety, cleanliness, basic service, they're universal.
Absolutely. So, okay, that's the complexity. How does a tool like eAuditor help manage all this?
Right. So eAuditor is basically pitched as the digital answer to unwieldy paper checklists and manual tracking.
Okay.
It's about using tech to be faster, more accurate, and get better information out of the process.
And a big plus seems to be customization. You can take a solid template, like the checklist elements we just discussed, but then tweak it for your specific hotel.
That makes sense. A small boutique hotel has different needs than a massive conference center, right?
Exactly. You focus the inspection on what matters most for your brand and your guests. It makes the whole thing more relevant.
So besides custom checklists, what else does going digital bring to the table here?
Well, it really smooths out the workflow. You can schedule inspections, assign them to specific people, housekeeping manager, maintenance tech, whoever, with deadlines.
Ah, so clear accountability from the get-go.
Yep. And then the inspection itself. Staff use a phone or a tablet. No clipboards, no paper.
Nice. Real-time data entry must save loads of time. Just tap through the checklist, I guess. Add notes, maybe take photos.
Precisely. Adding photos is huge for evidence. If there's a cracked tile or a stained carpet, snap a picture right there in the app. Proof.
Oh, okay, I can see how that's useful. And what about this conditional logic feature?
Ah, that's quite clever. It means the checklist can adapt as you go. So if an inspector answers no to, is the fire extinguisher pressure gauge in the green, the app might automatically prompt them to check the expiry date or assign a corrective action right then.
Oh, okay. So guides them, make sure follow-up steps aren't missed. Smart.
Yeah, ensures more thoroughness. And once the inspection is done on the device,
What happens then? Does someone have to type it all up?
nope, that's the beauty. The data is instantly synced. Reports can be generated automatically.
Instantly. Wow.
Yeah, and shared easily. Email them, view them on a dashboard. Management gets immediate visibility. Plus, you can export to PDF or Excel if you need to archive or do deeper dives.
That cuts out a massive bottleneck, the whole manual report writing and distribution thing.
Yeah.
And a central dashboard. Yeah, management gets that bird's eye view across the whole property.
Exactly. But it gets better with the analytics because you're collecting all this data consistently over time.
Ah, you can spot patterns.
Precisely. Is room 305 always having maintenance issues? Is the third floor housekeeping team consistently scoring higher? You can identify recurring problems, track team performance, monitor overall compliance.
So it shifts from just finding today's problems to actually improving things long term, proactive, not just reactive.
That's the goal. And it supports follow-ups too. Schedule a re-inspection to make sure that leaky faucet was fixed.
And keeps a history, right? An audit trail.
Yep, full history of inspections, issues found, actions taken. Great for continuous improvement and also handy if, external auditors show up.
Okay, so boiling it down, the big wins for a hotel using something like eAuditor, what are they?
Well, increased efficiency is a big one. Less paper, faster processes.
Right. Saves time and hassle.
Enhanced accountability. Tasks assigned, deadlines tracked. Things don't fall through the cracks as easily.
Makes sense.
Management gets those real-time insights. They can see what's happening now, not last week, and make better decisions faster.
And that customization we talked about, making sure the inspections are laser focused on what matters for their specific hotel.
Absolutely. It sounds like a really solid system for driving consistency and quality. Our sources even listed some typical templates you might find in eAuditor.
Oh, yeah. Like what?
Well, things like a guest room inspection template, cleanliness, amenities, safety features, a housekeeping-specific one, standards, supply levels, hygiene procedures, fire and safety, obviously, checking alarms, exits, extinguishers, making sure everything meets regulations,
Crucial.
kitchen and food safety audits, storage, prep areas, staff hygiene, and facility maintenance elevators, HVAC, lighting, general building condition.
So it covers pretty much all those critical areas we talked about from the general checklist.
Exactly. It takes that comprehensive ideal and provides the digital framework to actually manage it effectively day to day.
It's about making that detailed approach practical and turning the data into something useful.
Precisely. Moving away from just ticking boxes on paper to a more dynamic, data-driven way of ensuring quality, which ultimately benefits efficiency, accountability, and, the guest experience most of all.
This has been really illuminating. It's clear just how much detail goes into maintaining those high hotel standards and how tools like eAuditor are helping hotels manage that complexity.
Yeah, they offer that structure and efficiency, plus the insights needed for ongoing improvement. It's all about aiming for excellence and keeping guests happy and safe.
Absolutely. So it makes you think, considering this level of detailed, structured inspection needed for a great hotel stay, what other industries could really benefit from a similar digital approach to quality control and inspections? Lots to think about there.